Robyn.
Recording
Hey
time,
everybody,
Spot.
welcome back to Space Pod.
My character.
This is chaos already, damn.
Wait, I got an idea. I'm gonna be Robyn the Grave. I'm a sugar mommy, and I'm here to interview which one of you is gonna be my. Yeah.
What do you think this podcast is?
Well, if we have kneel down, why can't we have Robyn the Grave? No. Robyn the Cradle.
Wait, no. You
Wait.
can't do that one. Do you know what that means?
Like I'm a sugar mom. Oh, is that a pedo thing? Not a pedo.
Hey everybody,
I
welcome
like the
back
mold.
to Space Pod. I'm Danny. I'm here with my co-host.
Solomon.
Grant.
And apparently Robyn the Grave.
Yeah, I like old men. Not too old. The right amount of
The
old.
grave implies dead. The burial.
Or it's Robyn the Cradle or Robyn the Grave. She's like some really young or dead.
Of age,
Or maybe
but not too
maybe
saggy.
dead infants.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus.
This is a weird
Oh, my
segue.
God. This episode-
Middle-aged
Talk about-
men are really great.
Did we talk about when I went to Colorado and we went to that old cemetery and all of the this is so fucked up. There was like a whole field of like what were clearly graves for children.
Were they tiny or were they labeled for children?
Well, they were all like some of them were just like untitled baby.
Untitled original
But
too.
yeah, .flp.
Infant unknown.
But they were all like would say like, you know, October 10th to October 12th. Like they were like really like most of them were like infants who died in childbirth. But what you need to know about it is that all of them
You need to know.
what you
this.
need to know is that all of these infants had small gravestones, but they were all clearly cement poured into lasagna containers.
Oh.
They were like
You did say this, yeah.
yeah, they were just like kitchen pans because I guess you couldn't afford a full headstone, so they just poured cement and then carved the name and then dumped them out of the cooking pans.
I love how you said like it's what you need to know. It's like one of those like social justice warrior like in Instagram infographics. What you need to know about dead infants.
We're doing social justice warrior stuff on like like dead children from the 1840s.
Their lives were wasted. Yours should not be. Here's a policy you should support. That's
We're
what you need to
canceling
know.
the rats that did the Black Plague. Officially canceled.
We are the rats.
Wait, what? I'm not the rats. Anyway, how have you guys been?
Great.
Subpar.
Okay.
How you been, Grant?
I've been doing all right. We streamed Sonic
We
earlier,
streamed
which
Sonic Adventure.
Wow.
It was a good time.
was a very good time. I'm sure everyone tuned in.
We got one person who was a bot that sent us a message on follow for follow if we want to get 1 million views.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I clicked
Wow.
the link and it said something. It was in Russian, but I assume we've signed the contract.
Yes.
1 million views.
There's already a Russian Geek Space, so we might have just been getting in
it was
contact.
him. It was
It might have been a merger.
And
it
they,
Oh.
was a merger.
they emptied your bank account, but it's just to make sure that you're legit. They're just
Yeah.
checking. You'll get
It's
the
one
money
of-
back.
It's like, you know, when Venmo when Venmo does those like what are we doing? You say shush. We're on the camera.
No, they can't see me.
You have disappeared.
You know when Venmo does like
Vanished.
those like test purchases to make sure your bank account is linked? I'm sure that's all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of your money.
What did you order?
All $4
Cauliflower bites
gone.
and macaroni.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's like my Wednesday special.
it's Thursday.
Yeah, I know. That was the joke.
Okay. I picked up on it.
I'm
You
gonna
clearly
do that
didn't.
Close up.
No, I did. Anyway,
This is not sponsored by Vegan Snack Shack, but they're fantastic.
that does smell really good.
I made curry today.
Wow.
Nice.
What type of curry?
Like chickpea curry, and it was yellow curry. It was like butter chicken, but with chickpeas instead of chicken. Butter
nice.
chickpea.
It does sound good.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
I offered to cook for you while I was here. You kept saying no.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll keep saying no.
okay.
Grant, did you cook anything this week?
Did you make any hummus?
No, you didn't ever give me any tahini.
We have it now.
We've got a lot of.
We have it now. Then I'll take
Well,
some.
right. Yes. Good.
I'm not leaving.
She also,
the
by the
camera
way,
to do
has
it.
purported that she is better at making hummus than me.
Oh wow.
We're gonna have to have the full.
We
The
need a
three-way
hummus-
the hummus,
Hummus taste test.
the hummus
hum-off.
trinity.
So far we're having a hummus cook-off and a chili cook-off. On the same day or on different days?
I
Those
don't
aren't
remember
really
the chili one.
well, those aren't really
remember
comparable
the
like
chili one.
flavor profiles, so it should probably be at least a couple
Oh, we
hours
can
apart.
combine 'em.
Yeah.
Now, if it was the hum off, we could do a first round. That's the hummus taste test.
Mm.
Then we have a humming contest,
We have to have
and
a
then those
hum-
winners have to go head to
we
head.
have to have a hum
That's
off
good.
theme, but it's only composed of hums. Closed mouth acapella.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you use canola oil in your hummus? Comment below. You should.
Grant.
I don't. I use olive oil.
Thank
I use
you.
both.
That's what I fucking
Use
said.
both.
She said she
Here's
used
the-
canola oil, and I
here's the
said,
thing.
I hope that everybody from the Middle East spits
I was
on
about
you.
to say that's not traditional,
But it tastes good.
No,
okay.
it doesn't. Canola oil tastes worse than olive
Canola oil is flavorless. It's the whole point. It makes it a little bit more
yes,
buttery.
so it
and-
would taste. Is that what you think? Butter has no taste?
I don't even eat butter.
Then why would you say that? Why would you make that comparison?
Like the texturally speaking, butter has a nice texture, but I don't like butter.
But she doesn't know because she never had it.
I used to eat sticks of butter when I was younger, like when I was a baby.
We got her to convince it.
When I was 8, I wasn't a baby. I lied. But I don't eat butter or anything with cows anymore.
Can I tell a weird story?
Yeah. Why are you asking? It's
I
your
was-
show.
It's your podcast.
Is this something we need
Is
to
it,
know?
is it my podcast?
What you need to
Oh,
know
yeah,
about
I don't know if
Danny.
we made this clear to you before, but this is your podcast.
That's something you guys never tell me.
I'm only here so that I can kill you and take your place.
Wow.
Then it won't be my podcast anymore.
Exactly.
Okay, deal.
Highlander
Robyn the
situation.
podcast.
Why for a long time, probably for 5 or 6 months, I've been struggling. This is absolutely true. I've been
no.
struggling with
It's
whether or
true.
not I'm funny anymore.
Do you want me to settle it for you?
No. I know. Don't worry. Don't worry. I settled it for myself today. I am funny. See,
Jury's
Grant
still
laughed.
out.
Yeah.
Great.
No, I seriously, anytime I try to like write or do something funny, I'm like, I just can't do it. And I realize it's because I've been locked inside and no crazy bullshit has happened to me lately. Today I went to Walmart right before I picked both of you up.
It's always at Walmart something happens with you.
It's common. But it was the first time I've been inside a store in like 2 months, excluding one day I went to Dollar Tree. But like since April, it's the first time I've bought groceries in store. Okay?
Mhm.
I go in and I have to buy 2-stroke oil because my dad has to use the tree fell on the shed for after the hurricane. And so, look, we're getting there.
What type
Okay.
of tree?
This is something we need to know.
Anyway, look. So I'm going to buy 2-stroke oil for his.
What is 2-stroke oil?
It's when your oil is mixed with your gasoline instead of putting them in 2 separate tanks.
Okay.
No, I think it's when you have regular oil, but you pet it twice before you open it, and if you don't,
We're
it
not
doesn't
that kind
exit.
of podcast.
I was gonna make a stroke joke, but I could only think of one of the strokes names.
That's then where's the
It's
second
not
stroke?
Casablanca.
It was only him. Well, is Albert Hammond Jr. a stroke?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, like the 2000s band, The
Yeah,
Strokes?
yes.
Okay.
I'm surprised you could think of 2 of their names.
Well,
I can't think
he's
of
the
any of
only
their
other
names.
one with the solo career.
Well, I don't even know any of them had solo careers. Anyway, look, here's the point.
You ever heard the Voids?
I walked.
Hey, continue.
Go ahead.
Hot take. Void's better than the Strokes.
Wow. I've
I
heard
know.
people say it, but
It's true. It's true.
all right.
It's true.
It's hot. It's a hot take.
Human Sadness
Coming
is
in
the
hot.
best song of last decade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a really
Sure.
hot
It's a
take. That's-
fucking incredible song.
Okay.
Continue your Walmart story.
Okay. Anyway, I went to go.
Have you ever heard
to-
Sicko Mode?
I was
I
literally
rest
gonna
my
spit
case.
everything out.
Wait, did I send you the video of Joe Biden playing? Did
Never
you see
gonna
the
finish
Joe
the
Biden
story.
thing with the Despacito?
Oh
you seen
yeah,
it
where he
yet?
holds his phone into the microphone to play Despacito.
It says everything he meant. That was his whole
He
campaign.
literally just walked. It was
Oh, Joe Biden?
Joe
I
Biden.
thought you said Joe Budden. I was like, why is Joe Budden doing this?
Spotify canceled him.
You know, I think he got at least maybe one voter doing that. Somebody said he knows what he wants to say, and he said it.
Despacito.
It's Despacito.
What is Despacito? Is this desperate?
He's desperate for voters. He
Anyway,
found a way
I don't
to
know
do
if that's
it.
what that means, but Desperatito, that's what Joe Biden. I'm really funny. Anyway, here's the story about that. I went to the automotive section.
Hey, Grant, by the way.
and the dude he's like standing like 10 feet away from me. He doesn't have his mask on, but we're like the corner of the store, so I didn't say anything, and he's far enough away from me. So he walks up to me, or he starts to walk up to me, and then he stops, and I haven't said anything to him. I didn't even say, lift up your mask. He goes, oh, I will put on my mask because I know you people are afraid of people who don't have masks, but when it's God's will, it's time to go, it's time to go. And I went, what?
What an NPC.
And so he puts his mask on, and then he holds up a big jug of oil, and he goes, is this synthetic? Clearly pointing to the part that says fully synthetic. And I went, I don't work here. And he goes, that's not what I asked. And I said, yes, it's synthetic. I don't know if that's the type of oil you need, though, because I don't work here. And he goes, look, I don't read. And
At least he's honest.
I was like, what? And he just goes, I don't read. Is it synthetic? And I was like, yes, it's synthetic. And then he goes, okay. And then he turns around to this guy who's like maybe the distance from where I am to Robyn. And he goes, this man says it's synthetic. And this guy who does not have an accent and is very clearly like from here goes, oh, okay.
So the other guy couldn't read?
The guy
neither of them
the guy
read?
with the accent who was showing me the jug couldn't read, but apparently he couldn't ask his friend if it was synthetic, or they disagreed.
Maybe he
and
didn't.
he needed to get somebody else who spoke English to read the can, but also didn't want to approach me without a mask on because he was afraid that I would think it's not God's will that I died.
It's a lot.
You are the chosen one. If it's God's will, well, we don't care. We're not going to respect it. We want you to survive. The friend, there's a story there. He probably was literate. There aren't,
Well, I hope so.
but he didn't trust him. He was like, you have the oil, and I don't know if it's synthetic or not.
That's exactly
Is it
how he said
synthetic or not?
It's because
And the friend wouldn't tell him if it was synthetic or not, because it wasn't God's will. But you came, and you intervened.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
God sent me there to tell this poor man whether or not. Oh, man.
I don't know what synthetic oil is.
It's just oil that doesn't use petroleum.
I don't know what petroleum is. Okay, I'm gonna Google this later. Google what is petroleum. Petroleum, is it synthetic?
What?
That's
Okay,
what we
go
really
ahead.
It means very slowly.
That's
That
perfect
does
for Joe
describe Joe
Biden.
Biden.
Yeah.
I'm not on mic. I forgot I took my mic off for a second, so that'll get picked up somewhere.
Okay. Despacito means very slowly.
He's self-aware. He's trying to make it known to any of his potential voters. That guy, he doesn't admit that I'm a fascist. I admit that I'm really slow. Despacito, vote for me. 2020.
That'd be a great speech, honestly. I would love to see those exact words.
Wait, am I going to end up on a watch list for that? That guy, I'm referring to the guy from Walmart. Thank you.
Yes, the synthetic oil man was asking me if
Joe Biden was concerned about him. Mask off fascist from Walmart. Synthetic oil? Maybe.
how far are we in the podcast?
We're 16 minutes in.
Okay, so we got time for this. This is a new segment I'm calling obligatory gaming news to keep our gaming listing on YouTube. Our good friend Glenny Google called me and said that we haven't been discussing enough video game stuff to keep a gaming YouTube channel title. So we're going to have to discuss more gaming things on this podcast.
Okay.
So here we go. New consoles have their prices. Xbox, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Xbox
right.
Series S digital edition is $299, full edition is $499. PS5 digital edition is $399. Optical edition is $499.
Digital edition.
It doesn't have the
Disc
disc drive. Yeah.
I have gaming news.
Okay.
I
Well,
Oh my
fuck
god.
My gaming news.
Holy
what do you
shit.
have that's bigger than this,
This is
lady?
breaking.
Robyn?
It just happened actually while I was on your porch. I downloaded Scribblenauts Unlimited.
we were here to discuss the industry, and she's like, I got Scribblenauts Unlimited.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's not fun at all.
Bam! This is shocking.
This is such a good
She got
review.
this several years old game, decided it wasn't good. That's news.
Oh my god.
Don't waste your like $10 or however much it was. Buy something else.
There
Like
you
a
go.
PlayStation 5.
For $400, you are $399 away. If you don't, I can't add. You are 390 away if you don't buy Scribblenauts Unlimited. Thank you.
Good point.
Fair.
I
yeah.
like that topic. I prefer Scribblenauts than talking to new consoles.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should stream Scribblenauts. Can we do that?
From your phone?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Like, you and I should do a Scribblenauts off. See who has the bigger vocabulary.
She became editor-in-chief immediately as soon as she walked in the door. I don't run this podcast anymore. She did kill and replace me immediately.
Yeah.
What's the next headline about Scribblenauts?
That was I was gonna say name a game you're excited for next year. Apparently,
Scribblenauts.
Scribblenauts not one of them.
No.
No.
Next gen Scribblenauts.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's
Scribblenauts
I would play a next gen Scribblenauts.
Limited. You take the un out.
Nice, wow.
Yeah.
They can
There are
sell
no
them.
synonyms.
Yeah.
There's only one of every word, and if you type a synonym, the whole game crashes.
You could only use it once too. Yeah.
Is that wait? Hold on. Is that a feature or is that a bug?
No, that's a feature.
The-
It's Scribblenauts
the-
Limited.
That is the appeal.
Hardcore Scribblenauts.
Yeah.
You put jolly instead of happy. Well, fuck you. Your phone's gonna break.
Yeah, oh, it bricks it. It breaks
It
the
breaks
whole phone.
your whole phone.
They got together with Tim Cook and they built it into the firmware.
You get
They're cooking
doxxed and then
something
swatted.
To get swatted.
This guy used the cinnamon. Just fucking down on the ground. Guns to your face.
This guy used the cinnamon.
This guy used the
Take him
cinnamon
out.
roll. Take him out.
Oh, I thought you meant swatted like a fly, like somebody walks up on you. You said joyful.
That could
Not
happen
today.
too. That happens also.
Yeah, that's
That
the
happens
SWAT
in
team.
between the doxing and the swatting.
It's a
First
terrible
they send
game.
a person to your house to smack you, and then the FBI comes in.
Yeah.
It's an awful game.
I mean,
You're
it sounds like
throwing
a
it or what?
challenge.
That one is available on the PS5 digital edition.
I am here only to crowdfund my new game, Scribblenauts Limited, designed by Solomon, but I stole the idea, as I tend to,
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
I don't want to
coming
be associated
2021.
with it.
at the earliest.
Wow.
Wow.
At the latest,
At the latest.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Wow. I'm excited.
Who are you? So you're wait. How did you get the license for Scribblenauts?
I took it. I said, it is mine now.
You just took it.
Just like
Yeah.
this podcast.
Yeah, people overthink. You don't have to get a, intellectual property lawyer. You don't have to put in an appeal. You just take it, and it's yours.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have rewritten the law.
Wow. I guess you could take that and do
Yeah.
that too. Damn.
We used to talk a lot about the law.
We did used to talk a lot about the law. But that's
Good times.
another podcast.
What specific law?
Johnny Law Pemberton or something? Was his name?
No, it's Lawrence Pemberton.
Lawrence Pemberton.
Come on, Grant.
Sorry.
It's almost like you
Johnny
just have
Pemberton,
an
the guy
entire
from the drums?
podcast.
Feels like that's a guy from the
It's
drums.
actually the same people. Yeah, they
the
so
fictional
one-
characters from Video Game High School. After that, they decided to get together and
yeah. Not many people know this, but the drums actually came from VGHS, and then they started
Who are the
making music.
drums?
oh
Come on, Portamento.
yeah, come on, that's a classic.
Where you combine two words?
That's a portmanteau. Close.
You would like the drums.
Okay. I do like drums.
There.
Cool. Well,
Awesome.
I'm really excited for the new God of War.
Are you gonna get any of these new consoles?
gonna-
Is anyone getting one of the new
I'm
consoles?
gonna get a call from Glenny Google where he says you guys did not fulfill your
Who the hell's
video
Lenny
game-
Google? Why
Head
are
of
we
Google.
listening? Why are we listening to him?
Vinny Vimeo is arch nemesis.
Well,
Yeah.
we love Vinny.
We love Vinny.
What
You know-
happened?
You know what is a good
COVID.
gamer recommendation? Official logic puzzles, free on the Apple Store.
Oh.
30 logic puzzles. You can solve them. If you can solve them in under 5 minutes, I'll pay you $1.
Oh wait. So anybody who listens to this podcast.
This is
Anybody.
an open challenge.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Remember when we talked about a giveaway? This is it. Robyn says if you can beat them in
Any
under,
of them.
any of them in under a minute, you get $1.
I said 5 minutes. I'm a simple woman.
No, you didn't. Did you?
Did I? I'm not like
roll it
gaslighting
back.
you. I forgot.
Well, whatever she said the first. You get
I didn't
$1.
feel personally gaslit until you reached out to me
Yeah.
just now, and now I'm hurt, kind of.
Yeah.
Let's get a little gaslighting in here.
Somebody turn off the gas.
Somebody turn off the gas.
It's not gas boring. It's gaslit.
We aren't gonna do writer's room Wait, but I do want to talk about. I was thinking about doing Writer's Room today before I came up with our great video game segment, and I
We can still talk more about it if you want.
Yeah.
Well, you guys seemed like you were done.
Well, what console do you want to get?
I'll probably get a PlayStation 5.
Okay.
Only because I don't have a PlayStation 4, and I want
Is it going to be backwards compatible?
They said
I have
for
no idea.
Sony first party titles, yes.
Do they still make Nintendo DS lights?
No.
They
Damn
should.
it. They're so pretty and tiny.
They are really pretty.
They are. You're
They
right.
are. You got
The
it.
DSi, that was also very tiny,
Mhm.
right?
I have never been a very angry person, but one time I got really mad and I had like my really old non-functional DS Lite and nobody was in the room. Like this wasn't like a show of
She
rage.
fucking killed
No,
someone.
I just like ripped it in half.
I
was
I've
like
done that
8.
before, too.
I was 8 or 9 and I was like, fuck it. I'm angry and I don't want to hurt people. DS Lite, I'm sorry. It's your time. It's God's will, as the Walmart dude put it.
Jesus.
And I broke it.
It's really intense.
And that's
Yeah.
what he said. That's what he said to me. Is he started to pour the oil out on the floor and light it on fire. He said, "It's God's will." Wow.
I am God
there-
and it is
Buying
my
a-
will.
Was there a game that
Console.
made you break yours?
I
Instead
was,
of Robyn, who just did it out of fury?
Well, there's 2 instances in which I have damaged a DS, and the first one was I was yanking it between. It was me and someone else, and each one half ended up in each of our
Oh,
hands.
great.
I believe though they were playing like Animal Crossing or something that we shouldn't have been fighting over, or
Uh-huh.
it just was dumb.
Right.
And then the second time I was playing Sonic Rush, and I know I threw the DS, and I ended up getting a line in one of the screens.
Ooh,
But other than
nice.
that, it was like fine. It was still playable.
Wow.
Do you ever see people who were like clearly too old to be mad at video games, like throwing controllers and shit? I had a friend growing up whose dad was really into Xbox, and he would routinely like throw controllers against. And like, what am I gonna say? Like, it's his house. Like, he purchased it, but he would routinely like just like full throw, like put a hole in the wall. And I'm just like, dude, you gotta relax. Like, it's just BioShock.
I think that's what you. That's probably when you call CPS in hindsight. I don't know.
I don't think it. No, because he never.
Did
hit
he
his
ever hurt the
kids.
kid? Now just the
No.
wall? Okay.
Yeah, mostly just the wall.
He did have a kid named Walt.
That one was the scapegoat,
He hurt
but
the
we
wall
all
with
need
the,
one.
He hurt the wall with the kids though.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's also listening to the wall while he did it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Played by the wall, who's in the drums. Am I getting this right?
Yes.
Yes.
Are
Yeah.
you guys buying consoles? I don't know about you.
I mean, probably, yeah. I think I'll get the PlayStation 5.
Okay.
I'm really hoping my brother buys it. I really don't want to drop the money on a
Which
console.
brother?
Any of them.
I've been actively trying to become a gamer
Oh,
with
no.
time.
Oh,
I played
do
Skyrim
that.
for like 3 hours during quarantine.
There you go.
I
That's a
didn't
great
solve
entry video
anything. I just swam in the water and played with
That's
the
how
little
you play that
animals.
That's how you play Skyrim.
Yeah, and it was really fun. But then the computer broke, so I
Damn.
couldn't play Skyrim anymore. And then I paid for World of Warcraft, like a month subscription or something. But the
Mm.
computer was broken. My name in World of Warcraft was Fairy, but like spelled all weird because Fairy was obviously taken.
Mm.
They're gonna.
It was a lot of fun.
Find Robyn on World of Warcraft. You can take a couple guesses.
Yeah,
You know it's fairy.
but yeah. So suggest games that I should play below. Thank you.
Ooh.
Everyone drop a game in the comments.
Everybody drop a game in the
Or
comments.
maybe, I don't know, drop your gamer usernames and I will contact you on gaming.
Or
I'll
contact
contact
them.
you on
Username,
gamingwebsite.com.
Are you,
Robyn
like,
the
trying to-
Grave.
Are you trying to pick up people in the middle of this
No,
podcast?
I just,
Hey, post your usernames. Oh, I'll
Put your
send you a
gaming
message.
username.
I'll
I'm a sugar mama.
segue into, hi there, I'm Robyn the Cradle, 18
you
and
s-
up, and I will sugar baby you. I don't have enough money,
Nothing you
but
just
I will.
said makes any goddamn sense.
Sugar babies wanted. I'm 19.
But they have to be 18 and up, and she is 19.
I'm old in
That
spirit.
old soul.
The
Yeah.
old soul, yeah.
I'm a workaholic. I dress like a middle-aged woman. I mean, I'm seasoned. Come on. I'll
Canola
sugar
oil.
baby you up.
Covered in Tony's.
I've got Cavender's seasoning, a little bit of cayenne pepper, top to bottom.
Paprika.
Come on.
We all love paprika.
This
I love
is
paprika.
a paid
Good
ad,
movie.
and I don't approve this message. I'm
What do
being
you-
held.
What are we paying? Man?
Who's paying?
Who bought this ad? I bought this ad.
With the money that you made for solving the game in under a minute. Under
I-
5 minutes. Gaslight.
This is.
Is it gaslighting
I want to
There's
say
a
that
whole
we've had.
timeline. It's just so fucked right
We've
now.
had a lot of episodes that have gotten really unhinged, but I think you were the first person to just truly come out of the gate like this.
Completely, yeah.
No, I took my ADHD medication too late tonight, so I'm a little bit. Woo.
You had a monster.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
They say
Lord.
don't drink and drive or whatever.
Dun dun dun. Okay, I'm gonna shut up for a bit. Thank
All right.
you.
no, it's a podcast.
Yeah,
We're
it's
supposed
great.
to talk.
It's
Please don't
actually
shut
bad
up.
if you don't
Yeah,
talk.
this is more content that we've had in the past 12 episodes.
So I had a problem where for a long time I used to think I wasn't funny, and thank God it's proven that she's way funnier than me.
That's why I'm here.
Writer's room. I was gonna say we're not doing it today, but I want to talk about this. I just want to talk about so
Tease it. We're gonna
we
tease
have-
this one out.
we had.
Come on.
I was bored. And I was like
9/17.
I was
Yeah.
Bjorn earlier, and I wanted to pull out. I wanted to like use a topic generator, and I don't know what this topic generator's deal was, but here's the topics it kept giving me. Your spouse left, but they forgot to take his or her credit card. You aren't poor, so what ways would you use it to really upset them?
Well, hold on.
A friend
You can
contacts.
upset someone if you're poor.
Also, did they just like leave the house? What?
Yeah, I guess they just left their. I don't know. They ran away,
Stormed
came
off
home,
in
and
a
the
huff.
bags were packed.
Let's have a
and-
conversation before I try and destroy your life financially. Let's talk about
No,
this.
they
See if
left,
we can
Sol.
Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone, baby. I know you're home. Baby.
Answer, or I will ruin you financially and
No,
otherwise.
see, that's a threat.
Wait, I'm not threatening. I'm saying someone could. Maybe me. Someone could.
A friend,
Threatening to threaten.
a friend
Yeah.
contacts you and two other friends about a college reunion. What dubious motives do they have for doing this?
This is
rope.
assuming.
Yeah.
This is assuming so much. This is assuming
I-
that I have more
every-
than one friend, that I graduated college, that I will in fact go to the reunion. I can't operate with this. That's just assuming too much.
And that there's dubious things going on.
Dude,
That I can
Well, see,
get behind.
The fact
That's
that all
probably
these things are
right.
coalescing, maybe that's the dubious thing because you did none of those things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't have 5 college.
I don't know
Why am I
that-
getting invited to a reunion right now? This is
This-
confusing.
This clearly isn't a wrong number. He knows my name. You've been ordered to kill someone you've fallen in love with. How did you get here?
these are writing prompts.
Yes. A man lies close to death. Describe the images from childhood that fill his mind. These are back to back, spit out of it, and I was like, what a horrible nightmare generator did I walk into?
You know, I think we've answered your question from before, the rhetorical question that you begged me not to answer, but I'm going to. I don't care. You saying if you're funny or not. The fact that you can't think of plot lines for these tells us you're not. I'm not either. You're not either. Grant probably
Right,
is,
we're
but
gonna
he's
go ahead
being
and
quiet.
Go to a halfway point. Buy some shirts from us.
Buy some shirts.
I was streaming Morrowind the other night, and there was a kid who came on, and like I was like, "Hey, thanks for popping in," and we were just like chatting because it was like 2 a.m, so I didn't have many viewers. There was like 3 people, and I was like, "So what do you usually play?" And he goes, "I am a kid," and I went, "Oh, cool." And he goes, "I only play Roblox," and I was like, "This guy sounds cool as fuck."
Can I
Cool
get
guy.
a quick, humble defense of Roblox?
Yes.
You don't
So-
have to.
I love
wait,
this.
wait,
I'm
wait,
rolling
wait.
again on that.
You don't have to. You don't have to do a humble defense. I'm pro Roblox, but go ahead.
So when I was like
Roblox.
16 to 17-ish, so I moved to Nevada. That was like my 14th move. I had no friends. I moved a lot. I was like late into high school. You know what I did the summer between my junior and my senior year? Got gaslit by some random white dude who treated me like garbage and played Roblox. I played so much Roblox.
And yet you still somehow have happy memories of this, despite the 2 things that
Which
you just
dude?
associated with.
I
it.
mean, he was hot and the Roblox was fun. I win.
That's all you can
I
ask for
lost,
at the end of the day.
but I won.
good sex and Roblox.
Yeah.
We went through our.
What the hell is happening
Why
in
do
this
we?
episode?
Why do we keep talking about gaslighting? Freudian
bringing
slip. Why do we?
No,
the
I brought it up.
collective we? I am a good person, and if I'm not, you're gonna think I am.
That's gaslighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we
I
got.
learned from the best.
Whoa, what is that, Danny?
This is the cool mask that you can buy on our store. This is the Rather Be Gaming mask. As you can see, I'm gonna wear it.
Whoa.
Oh, it's actually honestly, hey, I didn't buy any masks from this store, but what are you trying to do?
Trying out the other piece of merch that
Whoa, what is that, Robyn?
This is Danny merch. When you get a mask, you also
Yeah,
get
a free
something touched by Danny, and you can wear it on
Ew,
your head
I
and
don't
feel
want
close to
that.
You
him.
don't have to do that.
we will include that in the giveaway.
I was gonna
Something
say,
touched by
Something
Dan.
touched by Dan.
Well, we
Piece of shit.
You did that. Gaslighting.
I did
Dun, dun,
that.
dun.
What the fuck?
Special guest, Esper.
Let's say I haven't bought a mask from this store. This is actually honestly way better quality than I thought this was gonna be. Here we go. Oh wait, I missed.
I'll find out what he knocked over.
Oh, I did get hit up by one of the hoes. Plot twist. Dun dun dun.
Are they a gamer?
Are you a gamer?
You can't really
I'm
see
asking.
gaming.
Like, is it what's the problem?
No, I think it's just like the design. It's just stretched across to make it look like a smile almost. I would rather is very, very visible. Gaming's just not there. It looks like,
Hey, baby!
it looks like I would rather be famine.
Pandemic, not for me. I would rather be in a famine.
Hey, baby.
Primus? Hey, baby.
Yeah, I'm what's his name?
Wes
Lenny
Claypool.
Kravitz. Oh,
This is the real mask. Thank you.
I'm son of the mask.
Alright,
Isn't that the
Jamie
green
Kennedy.
thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stand the oh, Jesus Christ! He's out of control!
He's going crazy.
He is unhinged.
This guy
Esper is
fucking
unhinged.
worse.
First the stream earlier, now this.
I think why are you going through my stuff?
I wanted to draw a picture.
No,
I'm gonna have to draw on my arm, and every time you put ink on your skin, you reduce your lifespan.
I don't.
You are trying to
Somebody
kill
in the
me.
comments vote who's more unhinged, Robyn or Esper. Let's do a
Maybe
poll.
both of us.
I don't think
You both can't be
You
more
both can't
I've
unhinged.
be-
never seen him on camera once.
Good point.
Wait, here's a question. Actual thing for the comments. That
Wait, you're
ink,
disregarding all of our other.
Hold
come on.
That ink thing is bullshit, right? That if you put ink on your arm, you
All of
reduce your
ink?
lifespan.
You worked on.
No,
Chicago
it is
Ink.
not BS. I wrote
I
it on my
did,
arm.
Yeah.
Well, then how do tattoos work?
I'm writing "Die Danny" on my arm.
Wow, it could be DYE because
Yeah.
the ink is dyeing your skin.
Die Danny. Dun dun dun.
Okay.
It is written in the dirt. It will happen.
So for our second segment,
Wait,
yes.
we had a segment?
Well, we had the
We
game
tried.
talk, and then we
There we
had
go.
regarding writers.
Wait, am I like
Right.
am I
Then
ruining
regarding
your
Roblox.
podcast?
I wouldn't say you're ruining it.
Okay.
It's the defensive.
Definitely
In defense
off,
of
off the
Roblox.
rails. You guys ever go do? How do you feel about sleepovers?
What the fuck?
That's a good topic.
I was thinking about legitimately. I was thinking about this the other day because I was like, when are sleepovers just like parties you don't go home from? Do you know what I mean? Like when you're an adult, like you just stop doing
That sounds like a
sleepovers.
pop punk album name.
Parties
Sleepovers
you
is
don't
the
go
party
home.
You don't go home.
from.
Hold
By
on,
the
nobody take that.
1975.
I'm using it. Okay.
I mean,
EP number 2. It's
In the books.
Somebody get Jesse
technically,
Lang on the
you
phone.
and I had like
Don't
a
get Jesse
3-day
Lang on the phone.
sleepover.
see when you say it like that, that sounds wrong.
How?
Like when you're adult and you go, you and I had a 3-day sleepover.
There wasn't very much sleeping.
No, see that sounds worse.
That didn't happen. I'm kidding.
We
We got it on camera.
My point though is that that's actually a perfect illustration. You can't really have like normal sleepovers as an adult, right? Or is that like
I mean, I'd say we had
Man,
a
you've been
pretty.
missing out on all these sleepovers.
Yeah.
We had a
Oh
pretty,
yeah, you definitely can't grant my place, which is also Danny's place.
We had a very normal sleepover. We just like cooked
What do you
and
mean?
like listened to
I don't
music
hook
and I
myself.
cried. That's pretty normal.
Classic sleepover stuff. No pillow fight though.
No pillow fights.
check?
Can we
Hey!
debunk
Okay, cool.
the pillow fight? I don't know what I'm doing back.
No, because you're right. You got to.
Oh,
Ow. What are you
I thought
doing?
that was Esper for a second. Oh,
You just grab. Okay.
Hello, Faye.
There's so much.
special
going
guest
on.
Jay.
Hey.
There's so much going on.
There's so much going on.
You literally missed 90% of it, but it's still a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of high
I'll
energy.
take your word for it.
You gotta trust us on here.
Did
Don't
I?
trust us.
For once.
Anyway, I think that I miss sleepovers. I was gonna. Look,
No,
well, did you guys do any crazy bullshit during sleepovers?
not really. I didn't do a ton.
Okay,
One time. Oh,
go ahead.
so one time when I was 8, my friend, her house like somehow like hung over the highway. And I could totally get arrested for this, but nobody died, and it happened like outside of the like statute of limitations, I guess. Is that the term? It was a long time ago. Yeah, we took like 40 apples and we're chucking them into the highway.
That's awesome.
That's insane.
Pretty cool.
I was 8. I didn't know.
I actually did. We did similar, not with not onto a highway. It was like on we used to like throw rocks on the road and just see if a car would hit them. Like we would like try to like lob them so they hung in the air.
He did
and
this
everyone would
last
go
week.
by.
I saw him outside on the porch. Just wasn't
Yeah.
used to. Yeah.
If
I
anybody,
did chuck an apple last week out of our front door.
if anybody lives within close proximity to a highway and you have some apples,
Please don't. What?
let
Don't.
me know. I'm not gonna do anything. I just want to know. Okay. Okay.
You guys, no fun sleepover stories not from Robyn? Any that won't get us sent to prison?
I rolled a house one time, but it wasn't because me and my friends decided to roll a house. We were just walking around at night, and then a bunch of other teens pulled up, and they started rolling a house, and then we were like,
They were like,
"Give
"You
us
want
some
some?"
totally-" Yeah,
That's pretty
basically.
cool.
Then they started like breaking stuff in this people's yard, and we're like, probably shouldn't be here much longer if property's being broken. But
Good point.
Update. He is a gamer.
Okay, thank God.
Boo.
That's it. Roll the credits.
Okay.
We're good.
Boo.
I can't.
Boo soundboard.
You cannot. You can't take this away from me. Okay, this podcast is all I've got. I was thinking about this. The one thing that like I think you can get away with when you're like a younger teenager that like when you're an adult is totally unacceptable is ding dong ditching. Like
that's never something that I went around and did. Were you a big ding dong
I
ditcher?
never did
Nah.
Oh, now it feels
Not
like
big.
you're walking it back.
No, wait, no. Here's the thing. Not big. We did it a couple times. But here's we would get really egregious with we never wanted to wake anybody up. We would always go to a house that had their
So
lights on
respectful.
and we could see people inside. So they were already up.
Well, plus it's the rush of almost getting caught.
Yeah.
Right. Well, here's how we enhance that. We would hit the same house 3 times in one night.
God. What's
So-
the rule? It's comedy rule of thirds.
Yes. Well, like
the
and
funniest the third
and they were
time.
and it'd be really because like we actually lived in a similar place we live now. So like outside outside the house where we're ding dong ditching, there's a football field across the street, same where that our house is right now. There, I shit you not, there was this dude one night, this guy named Dylan, who we had this sleepover with. He
Ding
rang
dong
this
ditch
doorbell, and the woman was somehow like preternatural. She was standing at the door. He rang the doorbell and she just opened it and they were face to face. This man turns around and jumps a fence about that high, like no stop. And he was
Wow.
not an athlete. He was just like vaulted it and we didn't see him for 5 hours because he was like,
Holy shit.
we didn't see him for
Oh
5
my
hours.
God.
He like just ran
Disappeared
and then,
into the night.
yes,
He's gone.
and because he thought he came back later at the house and he was just like, dude, I thought maybe the cops were gonna come after me. I circled the neighborhood 5 or 6 times. Like,
You know, if anything, I think it's not only is it morally permissible, but I think you were obligated to only ding dong ditch the same person back to back to back. 'Cause
that's what
think
I'm
of
saying.
it.
Because I'm not waking up multiple people.
Yeah, like you've already
Good
ruined
point.
this person's night. They're gonna expect it after the second time.
Mhm.
You're not making anybody else. It's utilitarian, and it's also just
Yeah.
the right thing to do.
And it is the thrill of getting caught. I love that.
You like getting caught, or you like almost getting
I like
caught?
almost getting caught.
Okay.
There was another time where sort of like, you know, like you open the door and there's like bushes outside. We had one where we rang somebody's doorbell and we didn't have enough time because we could like hear they were like pretty close to the door. We all just jumped in their bushes and hid in their bushes while they searched around the house trying to find us.
That's like a kid's movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It was insane.
We came back in a trench coat,
This is
all
little
stacked on top of
rascals.
each other.
Yeah, a good time. I liked doing sleepovers that were like really insane. Do you remember this, Jay? Did you ever go to any of those sleepovers where we ding dong ditched people by Timmy's house?
No,
Okay.
I wasn't invited to these because I wasn't popular.
Wow.
Damn.
Dylan was there. Dylan
Dylan Ding Dong.
Dylan Nylander.
Ding dong ditch.
Ding
Dylan.
dong ding. It's a lot.
Yeah,
Doug
well.
Dimmadome.
Dylan Ding Dong Ditchman.
When I was
Yeah, go ahead.
when I was a kid, my idea of fun when I was like at a sleepover was just to rearrange the people's house in the middle of the night in subtle ways
That
that
is
like they
fun.
wouldn't figure out.
That's pretty
I
good.
did this every single time. Like I would move, the couches, just like everything an inch to the left, change the clocks, like move the cat bowl and the cat water like
Change the
backwards so the
clocks.
cat
It's
gets
The
all
change the
fucked.
box is fucked.
That's so psychotic.
I was like really little too. I swear, I'm a decent person. Good
You
by
keep
some
saying
measures.
it. You keep saying it.
I was
and
just
feel
a weird
little bit worse
kid.
about it every
I
time.
was just a
Defend
really
So
weird.
it's like you saying you're funny. You have to keep saying it.
Yeah.
And believe it.
If you believe it, other people will believe it. And
Yeah.
maybe it'll eventually come true. Now, I was just a weird fucking kid till I was like
You censored
17. I'm getting out
You're
of
a good
it.
person.
Almost there.
Solomon, I know you have fun sleepover times.
We know.
We
know.
heard.
Oh, you know me.
Heard the stories.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my hardest not to get canceled.
Okay.
But I'm saying this with the utmost respect. Me and my friend. Okay, so in middle school, like my group of friends
Like a little bit.
were me, my friend Henry, my friend Tyler, and our friend Adam. I'm using all their real names because we all joke and laugh about this now.
We're
Adam.
gonna try not to get canceled.
Adam had Asperger's, so he was like a weirder type kid. He was like very, he had Asperger's. And when his birthday would roll around, his mom, since he didn't have any friends outside of the 3 from the school that I was in, his mom would sort of like invite other kids she knows with Asperger's.
Oh.
So me, Henry, and Tyler were the only kids there without Asperger's.
Oh,
And
no.
things would be fine, but like at a very young age, like I really understood like this mentality, because like everything would be cool, and then somebody would lose a match in like Dragon Ball Budokai or something, and a kid will unplug the controller, scream, and just like chug it at someone's head, and then go hide under the kitchen table and cry. Like and that happened like 4 times a night. So we would all like.
This happened multiple
It's a big
years.
good-
Oh yeah, it went on for like 4 years, and it's a huge sleepover. It was like 20 kids, and we were
Jesus
like
Christ.
the only
This is like a
3
lock-in.
who were
Yeah.
what's the term?
Neurotypical.
Neurotypical. We were like the only
What's that,
3
heteronormative?
heteronormative. Yeah, we were the only heteronormative. No, we were the only like neurotypical people, and like there would be like 6 different like mental breaks that would happen during the night that would just shift the party, and it'd be so uncomfortable.
See, I thought you were gonna go the direction I was gonna say, which is not. Oh, when you were saying me and my friends are, I thought you were gonna say giant dicks, because that's what me and my friends were. We were
Oh.
we were like not bad kids. Like we never got in trouble with authority, but we were like people who would do things like ding dong ditch or like just like cause ruckus in the neighborhood.
That's what you do when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but I feel like we were egregious.
Okay.
So like ding dong ditching was one. The other thing was that my mom didn't know this. I was sneaking. Oh, first of all, there's a point where sleepovers just become casual. Like I don't know if you guys feel this way about people in your neighborhood, where like it wasn't like I'm gonna go have a sleepover. It was like I'm just gonna go sleep at somebody's house. Like yeah, it's Saturday. I'm just gonna go stay at somebody's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my mom didn't know this because she did not have that mentality, and I did. I was like, I don't care. It's a whatever Saturday night. I would sneak out of my own house like every Friday and have to sneak back in before 6 a.m. before my parents got up. And I had about 5 different ways to sneak in and out of my own house.
Nice.
And I would, and she'll
Can we
probably
hear the best and worst ways?
yes. So the first one was I had the only window in the house that didn't have a safety screen, but I had the like window like right next to my parents. Like our rooms were back to back on walls, so I had to like I could only open the window about halfway before it started creaking, and I would just have to like limbo my body out.
Wow.
And then I would also
Limbo, also a video game.
Limbo's a good video game.
Yeah.
Glenny, I could.
It's also a party game.
I would. No, it's not.
Oh wait, it's not. Now I feel like I'm
Not
being
not
gaslit.
the PlayStation Limbo game is not a party.
Well, I know what I'm talking about. It's also
a
sick.
constant state of being.
I would lift the garage door
and an Amine album.
a little bit, like less than a
This is
foot,
true.
and I would get on my belly and like Solid Snake underneath it. I could.
Did you ever use a box?
I could jerry rig the back door lock. I
You
could
didn't use a
open
box.
it. No.
Or
I
a
can't-
hindy.
Yeah. Or an IUD.
What is? What?
Never got pregnant at any of these sleepovers. Anyway, so I thought you were gonna say that you guys were real assholes because that's what we would always do
No.
stuff like.
Or they little assholes or giant dicks? Make up your mind about what you're calling them.
It's a good combo.
Can they not? Yeah.
No, you can have a little asshole. and a
Oh
giant
God,
dick.
no! It has to be reversed or it doesn't fit. Nah. I mean, just think.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
think. Oh, I did not think of that before.
Yeah.
I was doing it all wrong the whole
God,
time.
you gotta be like, oh God, what a little dick. What a giant asshole. Match made in hell. It's perfect. Maybe it doesn't feel all that good, but it's perfect. There you go.
Oh, my phone's bugging out. I got Henry on the phone right now. I want him to talk, but my phone's freaking out.
On the topic of sneaking out, I never had to because my parents were fucking oblivious. They were crazy strict, but they didn't notice. Like they were angry about stuff, but they didn't notice the things they should have been angry about.
Sure.
Like I would just kind of leave and they didn't notice because I never left my bedroom anyway. So like I would just be gone and then it'd be like 4 a.m. and I'm just like, oh yes, I fell asleep in the backyard. I did not leave. I've been napping. And they'd be like, oh, don't do that. Sleep in your bed.
You just
I'm
say
like,
you were
"Yeah,
sleeping
Mom."
in the backyard.
I'd be like, yeah, Mom, that's how I screwed up. I didn't screw up by being God knows where, doing God knows what with
God's
who-
will.
Yeah, with God's will. Nah, I took a nap in the backyard. Aren't I a bad kid? I'm the darndest. Pish posh, go to
I
sleep.
just like the
There you go.
idea that they believed that you were sleeping in the backyard.
Oh, I did that
Vegas.
a lot. Well, no, it's like perfect weather at night. Like the desert is so suckingly 104 degrees hot during the summer, but at night it's like 92. It's like a blanket. I like
Our
it.
daughter's really weird. She just sleeps in the backyard.
I was really weird, and I did sleep in the backyard, so it was believable.
Everything tracked.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're fun sleepover stories. I had one really funny before I came in, but I don't remember what it is now. I lost it.
Lie, make one up.
Oh, I have one that's a combination sleepover and Walmart story.
I have no good sleepover stories. I remember there was one sleepover where we just all stayed up, and then I remember us just arguing in the AM hours about the end of Kill Bill and how many steps Bill takes at the end before his heart
When
explodes.
was this?
This was years ago. Whenever I got that Tarantino box set.
But I'm saying this. How old were you? I guess is the question.
I was in high school.
Okay.
I was 10.
That sounds like something we
7
would
years
do
old.
now.
Well, I don't know what time frame.
That's literally
Good
basically
point.
an argument. It wasn't about Kill Bill, but it was about
Well.
sitcoms. That was an argument we had
Yeah,
until
we can
3
do
in the
that.
morning
We
the other
can do
night.
that for the next episode. We can spend half of it arguing about the
Kill
end of
Bill
Kill
steps.
Bill and how many
If you
steps.
get Eric here, I'll argue with him about something.
Who?
Sorry,
We never had Eric on the
the
podcast.
tasty PR man.
I don't have many sleepover stories because, like, around age, like, 8, I realized, wait, not everyone wants to be very good friends with the pretty girls in their class. I'm gonna
Wait, I
avoid
don't
women
know how
like the
you-
plague.
The way that. Wait, what?
No, let me explain.
Your
I just-
intonation on that, I couldn't figure out what you meant by it.
I
You just
will
kept using air quotes.
Air quotes are a very powerful tool because you can just pretend like what you said you didn't mean. Air quotes. There you go. But no, like I realized, wait, being around girls that I definitely don't want to bone. Of course I don't.
There we go. That's more specific.
I am gonna simply not do that. So I just didn't want to spend the night near women because in my head I was like, I am 15 and horny and there are so many girls. I do not want to be here. I want to be here, but I'm not gonna because I'm straight. So I just didn't.
Robyn the Cradle over here.
Yeah.
In the cradle, ladies and gentlemen.
Oversharing. Adequately sharing, I'd say. Now I have sleepovers with women all the time in a non-sexual way. Friendship is great. Thank you.
Nice. Let's give it congrats. I'm
That
glad
was
you
that a
did.
gaslight? Hold on. Are you gaslighting us?
I'm always, so I'm never.
The only other one was the slap story. I think I've told that on
Yes,
already.
we've talked about slap.
So,
Did I tell you the story the Walmart guy who
Yes.
Okay, cool. That was on Laurie for this time. Cool.
I can't remember if it was on Laurie for this or this show, but
That
we
was-
definitely discussed
we
it.
That was a
discussed it, yeah.
sleepover night. So that was my combo sleepover
It
Walmart.
was a slap over.
the
It's
slap
slap over. Cool. Any other? Are we at time or something?
Sorry,
We're probably
time
around
or
like 50
something.
minutes, maybe a little more. I don't
Okay.
know.
Probably, yeah.
Anything else before we finish up? I don't know. Anything,
I feel like we didn't talk about anything, dude.
That's the whole
That's
podcast.
every episode. Yeah, I don't think
No,
that's
it was
any
fun.
different.
Like I really thoroughly enjoyed our conversation. I can't pinpoint a single thing that was said, but I enjoyed hearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about gaslighting. We talked about,
Talk about gasoline.
Wait, that's why
and
we
oil.
can't
oil.
remember
Oil.
because like
The
all
gas.
of our
She
brains are so.
She
Yeah.
gaslit us into thinking we didn't talk at all.
But we.
wow. I was starting to believe you. Then
Oh, yeah. Hold
we
on.
talked about a lot. Bjorn Cycles.
I'm
We
buying a
can talk about Bjorn
PlayStation.
Cycles.
Now is it synthetic gas or is it real gas?
It's
Synthetic oil.
Synthetic oil.
and
Dun, dun,
it's still
dun.
real.
Oh,
No, it's fake. It's all made up, imaginary.
I don't know how anything works when it comes to automobiles and their fluids. Thank you.
Disclaimer.
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 Yeah, I disclaimed.
Okay, so I think the podcast is over. I feel like we're out of steam.
I
you
don't
know.
think that I'm gonna get an
Steam.
invite.
Video game.
Video
Steam's wait. I use Steam. Camera on me. I use Steam. There are video games on it. Thank you, Glennie. So we're gonna end the podcast
That's it,
there.
that's it, yeah.
This was
Buy
a-
some merch.
This was a fun first and probably last feature on the show. I don't think I'll be invited back.
I'd
I
rather
might
be
just
gaming. You
come.
can
Oh
buy
no,
this.
no, no!
But-
We need guests.
We need
So
guests.
Yeah.
We'll be
We need
back.
so many
You can
guests.
buy this. It's $8. You can buy it on our Teespring. There's a link in the description.
Don't you
I
only
would
get 50
famine.
cents?
and you can purchase it. Thank you for watching Space Pod. Thank you to our video producer Grant.
Grant.
Thank you to our audio engineer Holly. Ferrari. Holly Sleepover Ferrari.
Holly.
I couldn't think of anything with an H. That was the first thing. Nah, yeah, I'm
Has
out.
come through out yet?
Come Through is returning, even though it's
Come
not
Through
even
is
out.
what?
It's returning even though it's out. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have
I don't have
anything
nothing to
to
plug,
plug.
though.
I
Cool.
have nothing to
That's fine.
plug. I do nothing.
Thanks. See you next week.
See you next time.